can alter your sensitivity.
Yeah, you can alter sensitivity in that game, and like that. And I noticed that you get it pretty precise in there, whereas other games just you don't feel it quite as well.
Well, it's because in that one it's a lot easier to. One, either change it on the fly in case like you want to be more precise for sniping or otherwise.
What you can do is you can change it while you're playing the game rather than having to go into the menu and change it all that.
That's the next part I was going to say is you can just change it a lot easier and quicker.
Yeah, one game that I think does sensitivity really well is Gears of War.
You're still using the wooden sword.
Oh, I'll switch it. But Gears of War, you can have one sensitivity for running around, one sensitivity for being zoomed in with your gun, and then another sensitivity for your sniper scope being up.
Nice.
And so, like, I have my my walking around sensitivity like decently high so that I can because basically if you can blind fire in that game, you just rape everybody if you don't need to aim. So I've gotten pretty good at that, but so I have one sensitivity for that where I can just like kill people and there's nothing they can do about it. I have another sensitivity where if I'm actually zoomed in I need to aim and actually kill people. And then I also have a pretty low sensitivity for if I'm using my sniper, you know, and I want to actually kill things. Wow, I am really bad at this game.
In a way, you're actually like pretty good because, like, I'd have to say you're good at these styles of game, like anticipating when they're gonna attack and starting to block. And then also, like, being very on the offensive.
Yeah, I'm very on the offensive in this type of games.
Whereas, like, me, I like to play a lot more defensively, if you didn't notice.
Yeah, I did. And that's why you live.
Yeah. Might take me a while, but I'll live.
Ow. Fucking dick.
One thing I don't like is how hard it is to actually know what you're targeting.
Yeah, the targeting in this particular photo is like a bunch of shit going down.
Well, not only that, it's just this entire game, there's no real targeting mechanic. It's just like, okay, you're going to be targeting this.
Yeah.
You don't want to? Too bad.
That sucks.
Too bad you can't use like R2 to set a target.
Yeah.
It's almost like they had an extra button and they didn't use it. Ooh, you are a douche. Fucking fuck, shit, balls, tits.
The only good thing about those guys is that they attack you a couple times and then go away, and
die,
they don't live very
fucking
long.
fuck.
I don't think I've ever heard Evan swear this much. It's kind of hilarious.
Fuck.
Game over.
Mike, why are you so good at this game?
Because he's had more time to play it.
Yeah, it's probably that, and I don't know. It's just for me, picking up games is it's not difficult.
It's usually not too difficult for me, but apparently I'm poop at Ninja Gaiden because I was also really bad at Ninja Gaiden too. I don't like games where I have to block. I just like killing things. That's why I'm really good at like Tekken. You don't need to block that game. Just play as Eddie Gordo and you're fine.
Let's see. Yeah. I don't know, like games like Devil May Cry, or like 3. I really like that because you never had a chance to block. There was no block.
Yeah.
It
existed.
Dodge or you get hit.
Yeah.
And I never really got into Devil May Cry. Like I tried the first one, and I don't know what about it really turned me off. It might have been the difficulty. It might have been the stupid story. Like, I didn't really like it that much.
Yeah.
But I stopped playing Pro 3 because I'm like, I'm just kind of bored of this. Hey, look, here's Bayonetta, and I just love every second of that game.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out what Ryu Hayabusa's story is, because...
Well, it looks like his entire clan was attacked or something.
Yeah, something like that.
And he went to, I guess, get help from that first boss guy. And now he's back at his place, which has been attacked by all these people.
By these guys in the whites.
I just shot the horse.
I really like games with good stories, which is probably
I know.
why
Spec
Walking
Ops and
Dead
Walking
and Spec
Dead
Ops
are so
are two of
good.
my favorite games. especially in recent memory.
Like I said, like I recommended for you already, Chrono Trigger seems to hit the mark for you on a lot of different things, so I think you'll enjoy it.
I'll definitely have to check that out, in the next while here.
Yeah.
20 more days of school, and then I'm done with all my AP tests, and then I can be free, finally, so there's that. But until then, I really am not going to have much time, because
I got bleep blooped. I wonder who's bleep blooping me.
I have to study for calculus and physics and shit.
Woo, calculus and physics.
Yeah. Well, it would help if my teachers were competent, but they're really not very good teachers. Especially physics. His method is go teach yourself physics. I'll sit here on Reddit and kind of guide you in the right direction. And so, the only 2 tests I've gotten A's on are the ones where I ignored everything he taught us the entire unit. I taught myself everything through Khan Academy and YouTube, like the day before the test. So, I haven't retained the information that well, but it's the only way I've been able to do well. So I plan on just, having a really late night the day before the Sunday before I have to take my physics tests and just cram everything. Like, go to work, get off work at, 1, and then just study until 1, and then kill the test.
See, here's the thing. I don't really get the popularity of Reddit. Like, I know what it is, and I've seen other people get hooked on it. It's like, okay. But I just don't see the appeal of it. Like, it's pretty much just links are, like, submitted to the site, and they get voted up based on how much people click on them and like them and shit, right?
Basically, there are a bunch of subreddits, and each subreddit is, there's, like, I subscribe to the Magic subreddit and the Dragon Ball Z subreddit, but then there's also, like, r/funny, which is just funny things and whatever. And within each subreddit, you post things that get upvoted go to the top, things that don't go to the bottom, and you scroll through, and it's awesome. And it's I don't know, I really like it. R/funny was super relevant. Wait, what?
There's a save point right after the boss.
God damn it, you are worthless.
Fuck.
God fucking fuck.
Anyway, but
it's really nice. I really like it.
See, I get that, but here's the thing. I'm one of those guys who I usually won't listen to other people's recommendations. Like, for example, that's pretty much just a site that you get recommendations of things that you're into your interests. You're like, oh, okay, games, subreddit. Oh, look, here's all this shit that I'm being recommended games-wise. Like, I get that. I get, like, recommending all this stuff for me, but I never really listen to other people's recommendations. I usually like to wait until something references it or points to it where it's like, okay, I want to get this reference. I'll go check it out.
Yeah.
I don't like, for example, I know I've been recommended to check out Firefly, but I honestly just don't give a fuck.
Right.
So I don't check it out.
Yeah, I don't know, like, the thing about Reddit, though, like, you don't even need to be on the gaming Reddits. There's, like, probably my favorite is Ask Reddit, where people are just like, hey, Reddit, here's some stuff, here's a story, here's something, tell me about it. And so people might have, like, they might have a story, and there are other, like, stories in a similar manner. It might be, like, Reddit, what do you think the world's going to be like in 5 years? Like, that type of stuff. It's really interesting, actually, to read through. I really like Reddit, but that's just me.
God damn it. It's like when YouTube recommends stuff for me. I always like, fuck you, YouTube. You don't know what the fuck I want.
I usually do that, too. There have been a couple things I liked, like YouTube did get me into these Vsauce channels, which is...
Vsauce is fantastic. I love Vsauce.
I like Vsauce, and I've seen some Vsauce too, like the Mind Blow.
Yes, Vsauce and Vsauce 2 are great. I'm subscribed to Vsauce 3, but I haven't really seen much that I like out of it thus far.
I don't really... I mean, the only thing I noticed was,
Yes.
Gamer Loot, or something like that.
Game Loot is great. That's the only reason I'm subscribed to Vsauce 3, to be honest, like, at this point. But Vsauce is a fantastic channel.
I also like SciShow.
I'm not familiar.
Yeah, it's pretty much always this guy, Hank, and just talking about various, science things. And
okay.
I don't know, I'm always into those science things, learning more about that shit.
Yeah, but no, Vsauce is a great channel. They started out with a lot of gaming stuff, actually, when I got hooked on it. And there was, I think it was on Barely Political, if I remember correctly, they had like a collaborative, like game glitches or something, and you had to go to the other video, to the other channel. And so I got the Vsauce's channel.
What is this guy's beef?
Stop dodging and attack sooner after he stops attacking.
But I was like, this is really sweet, and I ended up subscribing to them, and now they've evolved into a much more science-oriented channel, but it's some sweet stuff.
Like, you know what I mean, Aaron?
Well,
he does his 3-attack combo, right?
Okay, you say to stop dodging, but like...
No. Like, when you were in that hallway, that's all he would do is that 3-attack combo. So what you do is wait until, like, right after the 3rd hit, and then you start attacking.
Fucking...
Also, don't get hit by the giant flame beam and get that blue orb. And around to the left of the house, go down. There's a chest. Because I got it earlier.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I could have used potions and lived, but then I died.
I'm gonna go save again. Because I have stuff.
But no, Vsauce, great channel. I really like them. They have some cool stuff. Like, the Science of Cute one was pretty interesting. And then, Why Don't Animals Have Wheels? That was also really cool. There was also one where it was like, it was about colors, and it was like, I might see red, but my red's not the same as your red, but when we look at it, we both think that that's red, and your red might be my blue, but it's still red to us when we look at it. It's very cool.
Or, I liked the one, like, what color's a mirror? Mm-hmm. And
that one was good.
Some things Hank does, though, is there's, like, the science of homosexuality.
Okay.
And, like, you know, like, how scientifically it makes sense. You can attack that wall.
Oh, this?
Yeah, it's paper walls. You can destroy them.
Oh, fuck, there's people in here.
There's actually going to be one behind you, or he's hiding behind a wall. I don't fucking remember. Yep, there he is.
There he is.
Oh, wow, that was really bad. That's also really bad.
Also, yeah, these guys are getting a lot better at blocking, and I don't really know any actual block-breaking techniques yet.
I'm sure there's some that come up later.
There's probably some now.
Like that one, I think, just broke a block.
Giant flame burst.
What was I supposed to do? I was busy fighting shit.
Alright,
don't you just love Ninja Gaiden 3?
This is
I mean, 1?
Sigma, yeah.
Sigma Delta Hurricane.
Oh yeah, I guess I should show you guys this video real quick. Took it while we were eating. He got his taco.
He's stuck in the pit. He can't get out. And we're like, how'd you get in there? So we walked towards it, and none of us can really get in. Because it's like, not supposed to get into it. Right. And we're like, okay, well, looks like we're stuck there, man. And so we're like, okay, well, what do we do? So all of a sudden...
I just thought that'd be great. We could throw that up somewhere. You know you like it.
That'll end up being like a GIF.
Although I do like how so far this game has had a pretty nice difficulty curve. Like, it's just progressively getting harder, and I think games really should do that.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, Dark Souls did it pretty good, where in the beginning, you know, you fight these little guys, and then you fight a boss, and well, sure, the boss...
Wow, I don't have a full Phoenix down?
No, that was used on the boss.
Fuck
Fuck
you, Mike. You give us all the shit.
In Dark Souls...
I thought I had a full heal. I was just like, oh, whatever.
Whatever, bro.
I'll just fight him. And then I was just like, oh, I'm dead.
Yeah, like Dark Souls, you fight the first boss, and you're like, holy shit, and then you go through the game, and then nothing is easy ever again.
Yeah.
And it just gets harder as you go. And, well, some points are absolute bullshit, but oh well. And absolute bullshit, I mean absolute... You want to kill people bullshit.
Yeah.
Right. Health item.
Yeah, I was just like banking on that Phoenix down to save me, or I would have just used the health item, but no, Mike had to use the full heal.
Okay, so there's no ninja here now. Let's do that.
Suddenly ninjas. And
what
now
the
he's
fuck?
here.
Alright, let's... Shit. Get away from him, you dumb shit.
Kill those fucking
Like, I think
fuckers.
one thing I like about some games is when bosses require you to think.
Yes.
Because I hate it when bosses are just, like, essentially the same guys you've already been fighting, but with a bigger health bar.
Right.
Because, and I'm going to harp on this a lot because I love the game, but Chrono Trigger is one of those games where every boss feels like a unique experience. Like, none of them play the same way twice. With the exception of Lavos, who utilizes all these previous bosses you've already fought.
That even in itself is kind of an intriguing
Yeah.
fight.
Actually, what I've noticed about most games is that in a boss fight, like, no matter how many times you play the game, the boss fight will usually go exactly the same. Like,
yeah.
They don't do anything different than last time. It's pretty much, you know what they're going to do based on your health, their health, whatever.
Right.
But my thing is, every boss fight should feel like a test of skill based off what you've learned up to that point in the game.
Yeah.
Which I guess if you want to make a good example, Zelda logic.
Yeah, I was honestly thinking that, like, Zelda, in Legend of Zelda, like, every boss, it's like, hey, you got this item in this dungeon that seems, pretty meh or pretty worthless, and you have to use it in a specific way in order to beat this boss, and if you don't do it right, you won't be able to hurt the boss.
I think Twilight Princess is one of the games that did that the best, because every item that you got in a dungeon was used pretty well throughout the dungeon, and then when you get to the boss, it's like, okay, now you have to learn how to use it in this particular boss scenario.
Right.
It's like, okay, let's give it a shot. The one flaw I will mention with those games that I've noticed is the final bosses seem to never really use all the items. Like, in my opinion, if you're going to have a final boss, there should be a way to incorporate every item possible into that fight. Now, not necessarily you have to use every one, but that every one could be used in a way
So, like,
to
maybe
hurt
you
it.
have to use, like, 6 items in, like, some combination to beat the boss or something.
A good example of what I'm thinking is, like, what they did with Arkham City's Mr. Freeze fight, where there's multiple ways to hurt the guy with each different weapon, and you don't have to use them all, but once you've used one, then you can't really use it again.
Yeah.
Dude, you need to chill.
Fuck off. No.
Best movie.
No, it wasn't. Oh my god, you're fighting Satan.